This lesson with Khan Academy is about mapping shapes. How to tell if a shape is congruent if it goes through a series of transformations. So let's take a look at the first problem that they give you on the Khan Academy lesson. And we're starting with this blue triangle, DEF. And we're going to ask, is ABC congruent? Is it the same shape? See how they write it? Triangle DEF, DEF, and triangle ABC are congruent. And why are they congruent? And we're asking if this statement here is true. And it's saying if I have a translation along the directed line segment DB. So they're asking us to connect D and B with a line like this. And they're saying, what would happen? Translate, remember, means to slide. So what would happen if I took that shape and slid it along the line all the way to B? It would be here. Now that's not the same shape as this ABC triangle yet. But then they say they want to then a 90-degree rotation about point B. You can kind of see it back here. Here's point B, and they're saying, what if now I spin? Remember, rotate means to spin about this point B 90 degrees. And a positive degree is going to mean counterclockwise. A negative degree is going to mean clockwise. So we're going to go in a counterclockwise motion now, and we're going to rotate this 90 degrees like this, a full 90 degrees. Boom, and there we go. And so we ask, well, is this shape the same? We go, no, this is not the same. And so, no, this translation does not work. So let's check the other one now. So I'm going to put this back off to the side. So we know that this first one doesn't work. What about the second one? The second one says, I'm going to start with my DEF triangle, and I'm going to start with a rotation about point F. So I'm going to take a pin, and I'm going to pin the triangle here and then spin it. Positive means counterclockwise, 90 degrees, and let's see where I land. So here's this DEF, and I'm going to spin it now. Counterclockwise, 90 degrees, and notice how it's like pinned on the F. That would be a 90-degree rotation pinned there. And now what it wants us to do is translate it along line segment FC. And here's, let's see, I've got to grab this line here. F is here, and C is over here. So now I'm going to slide this, translation means to slide, along this line up to C. There. So is this shape now on top of this one? And the answer would be no, it's not. So the first one they gave us, neither of these work. These are not congruent if I take it through a series of those transformations. This is really tough stuff, so if you just watch it, this is just exposure. Don't worry that you master this or not. Let's take a look at problem 2, and these get really difficult, so I'm just going to go kind of quick and take this as exposure. Okay, again, I've got the blue triangle, and I want to know, is it the same as this gray one if I do these instructions? All right, translate 9 units left, 7 units down. That means to slide. So I'm going to take the triangle, and I'm going to go 9 to the left, 7 down, and I'll end up right here. And then I'm going to reflect it over the line with a slope -1. Holy cow, I can't believe they gave something tough like that. Here's a line that has a slope of -1. Notice how this goes down 1 over 1. And that slope is going through point C. And if I were to reflect it, if this were my mirror, what would the shape look like? And we see that if I reflect it right on that shape, I'll end up getting this. And I'm like, wow, okay, so this actually works. if I follow these instructions, this KLM lands up on that other shape. And so the answer is yes, sequence A works. So let's back this stuff off and let's see the next one. Let's see if we can get that one to work. Okay, on this next one, they're saying a reflection over the line KL. So I've got this line KL, that's my mirror. So I've got a mirror right here on KL. And what does that look like if I reflect it? And if I reflect it, it looks like this. Well, we're not here yet, but what do they ask us to do then? Translate or slide 3 to the left and 1 down. So I'm going to slide 1, 2, 3 to the left and 1 down. Boom. And there we go. And so again, now we see sequence B also works. Both of those work. All right, let's go to the next one. And in this one, we're going to take this shape and a negative 90 degrees. So that means now that I'm going to rotate clockwise. So clockwise rotation about point H. So I'm going to pin the paper right there and rotate 90 degrees clockwise. See how it's staying right on the H? And there's a 90-degree rotation. And then slide, translate, along line HD. So there's H right there. See H? And it's going to slide to D. Will these shapes match if I slide that right to D? Like, yeah, that works. So we say, yes, sequence A works. Let's back these things off, and then let's try the next one. These take a lot of practice to get a hang of it. This one, a 90-degree rotation about point F. So I'm going to pin the paper right here, and it's negative 90 degrees, so that means I'm going to go clockwise. So here's my shape, and I'm going to spin it clockwise 90 degrees pinned on F, and it would look like this. And the next thing it wants me to do is slide it along line FA. Well, there's F right here, and A is here. So if I slide this along F all the way to A, I would land up here. And so, do those look the same? And we say no. This one does not work. Let's jump to our last one. You might want to watch this a couple times if you're maybe helps to watch it to see what's going on. Reflect over line WX. Here's W, here's X. So I've got a mirror on WX. Let me grab my mirror. Having troubles grabbing here. WX is my mirror. And I'm going to rotate, or I'm going to reflect it on that line WX. And it'll look like this when it reflects. That's what it'll look like in that mirror. Next, it wants to do a 180 rotation about point W. So here's W, and I'm going to spin this thing, and it's positive degrees, so I'm going to go counterclockwise. And so I'm going to grab this shape and watch how I spin it and how it won't move on W there. And it's going to go counterclockwise. There's 90 degrees, but I got to go once more to get 180 degrees. And there's a 180 degree rotation. And then there's a third thing they're going to have us do. And now they want us to translate or slide along WA. So there's the W right here, and here's A. So I'm going to take this image now and slide it along that line all the way to A. Wow, this was a tough one. 3 things going on, and we go, yeah, if I do those 3 things, that maps right on to that shape. And so we say, yeah, this would be a congruent if we go through those transformations. So let's back these things off now, and let's take a look at our last one, and we'll be done with this. Okay, the last one says, translate or slide over the line segment WA. Here's W, and they want us to slide it to A. So I'm going to put that line on there going from W to A. And so we take this image and we slide it along the line to A like this, and then a reflection or a mirror over a horizontal line through point A. So here's point A, and there's my mirror, and so I'm going to do a reflection of that piece on the mirror, and when I reflect it, it reflects right over to the other side. And so, yes, this one works also. That was a tough one. I know this video is a little long. Thank you for watching.